Yes, children, good morning. A good house. A good house should have all the things. Yes, we need to make ourselves safe and comfortable. A house gives us safety and comfortable for us. Yes, we are very safe at house. Think once when there is no house, what is the what we are going to face if there is no house, nothing. Then where we will stay? So house gives us protection from everything like rain, cold, wind, yes, thieves, animals. A good house should have the following features like it should be well ventilated with sufficient windows and doors. It should have windows and doors because doors and windows will allow the sunlight to come inside, and this sunlight will kill the germs and keep the rooms dry. Think Think if there are no doors and windows, then what happens? There is no entrance for your house. There is no freshness. Yes, no light, nothing for the house. So doors and windows should be there like this. They give sufficient light. They give fresh air. So doors and windows should be. And the window should have a proper wire mesh to keep the flies and mosquitoes away. And they should have proper latches also. Latch. Yes, miss. To lock your door, they should have latch system, and there should be a peephole at the entrance so that you can check whoever is coming to your house. You check through this peephole. It's called as a peephole. It should be. Then it should have a proper drainage system to let away the waste water from your house. So whatever the waste water we are using now, water we use for kitchen purpose, we use for toilets, we use to take bath, we use. So all the waste water from the house should go away outside, and for that reason you should have a proper drainage system. The waste water just from the kitchen and bathroom should be thrown away properly. It should be disposed away, thrown away properly. Garbage should be thrown in the covered dustbins. They should not be allowed to gather inside or outside of our house. You have to cover the garbage compulsory. Dustbins you should compulsory. You should cover them. Yes, and all the dust you have to throw in the dustbins only, not here and there, wherever you like. You have to throw them in the dustbins. And supply of fresh water should be there, and storage facility also should be there. For example, you are having a fresh water supply, but you don't have a storage capacity. Then how you will get water in the kitchens, bathrooms, and washrooms or toilets? So there should be a proper storage of water also, like tanks. Next, the house should have an open space like balcony or veranda to play and relax yourself. It should have a proper plant. Yes, trees and plants should have around your surroundings because they keep your surroundings fresh and clean. Then how you have to clean a house? You must keep your house very neat and clean to remain healthy. Otherwise, diseases can spread easily. If your house is not clean, mosquitoes, cockroaches, houseflies, rats may enter your house and they keep your house, yes, dirty. That's why your house should be very clean and neat. Open the doors and windows every morning to let in fresh air and sunlight. You have to do this daily. You have to open the doors and windows so that fresh air and sunlight should come. Morning time only, not the other times. Next, dusting of furniture and households things should be done regularly. Otherwise, dust will be forming every day. Then, sweep and mop the floor daily. Like you can use these things, phenyls or Dettols to mop the floor. You have to sweep with the broom and mop the floor daily. Remove the cobwebs from the house at least once in a week. Cobwebs, spiders will web, no. So that cobwebs you have to remove once in a week at least. If not possible, once in 15 days, once in a 2 weeks. So you have to do this. Garage should be clear daily, means whatever the dust which is present in your house, you put everything in your dustbin. So that dust you have to clear it daily. You have to throw outside so that the municipality people, they will take the dust and they will go. The kitchen platforms, bathrooms and toilets should be cleaned every day. Otherwise, germs can form, bacteria can grow. And you have to wash your curtains and bed sheets in regular basis. At least once in 3 days, you have to clean them. Or some people, they will wash daily also. That depend upon your strength and capacity. So you have to wash the curtains, bed sheets every day. Next. Now coming to the next one, that is decorating your house. So till now we have seen that how you have to keep your house. Means what are the steps you have to take so that you can keep your house clean. Now you can see what are the different things where you can decorate your house. Decoration adds beauty to the house. So some people like to decorate their houses in different ways. Decorating a house will give beauty to that house. People like to decorate their houses in different ways. Decoration. Now one by one we will see. In villages, people use vegetable dyes to draw pictures on the whitewash mud walls. Whitewash means after giving white color paint, they give different colors to the walls. In villages, they go like this. You can see here the picture. So they will give paintings like this. And sometimes people decorate with, they decorate the mud walls. Yes, they decorate the mud walls with white color paint also. This is like in villages. Next, in cities, coming to the cities, people use handicrafts of different colors and shapes to beautify their houses. So like this, they use different handicrafts. They purchase or even they prepare at home also. They decorate the house like this, wall hangings. Yes, different types of handicrafts, and they decorate their house. Next, many people use beautiful paintings, souvenirs on the walls. They even hang the photographs of the family also. Yes, they use different paintings. See here, you can see in the second picture, middle picture. So these are the paintings. Yes, they decorate their house with paintings. Souvenirs means like different hangings. Okay, souvenirs, mementos. And they even keep the family photos also, like this, photographs. They decorate the house with their own family members. Next, pretty curtains on the doors and windows, sofa covers and carpets also enhance the beauty of house. Yes, children? So the doors and windows, see here, how they are decorated with beautiful curtains. So if you are decorating your doors and windows with these beautiful curtains like this, see, they have put the curtains for doors and windows and carpets also down. So near the sofas, carpets, pillow covers, carpet covers. So everything, they bring beauty to your house. They bring beauty to our house. Pretty curtains on doors and windows, sofa covers and carpets also enhance the beauty of house. People choose these things depending upon their taste, and their culture, even sometimes culture also. On special occasions, people even decorate their houses with flowers, colorful electrical lights, candles, diyas. So these are the decoration on special occasions, maybe functions, marriages or festivals. People decorate there. For example, you can take Hindus. So Hindus, they decorate their house with lights, bulbs and diyas during Diwali. And Muslim people also will go with the decorations during Ramzan time. And Christians, they go with these lights and colorful things with the when there is a Christmas. So like the people decorate their houses with different flowers, colorful electrical lights, candles, diyas, like this. See, they even sometimes put rangoli in front of their house. So these are the rangoli patterns. So they use colors or flowers also to keep rangoli. Yes, they decorate their houses with lights, colorful diyas, candles, hangings, rangolis with different colors, and even some flowers also they use for rangolis. So like the people decorate their houses in these different ways. So these are all the decorative things. People make their decorative items with all these decorative things. Is it okay, children? Right? Yes? Yes, did you understand this? Shall I go with the next topic? Yes? Okay. Now coming to the next topic, that is mapping the neighborhood. Mapping the neighborhood. See, we are living in a place where different types of people live together. Yes, our neighborhood consists of many houses. There are so many people around us. So that is called as neighborhood. The area around our house is called the neighborhood. So in a neighborhood, you have many houses. Even sometimes you have schools, buildings, hospitals, parks, yes, supermarkets, everything. So this is called as our neighborhood. A number of houses built together is called a colony. If a number of houses built together, then it is called a colony, and each colony will have its own name. For example, Ambedkar colony, yes, Gandhi Nagar, yes, Ambedkar Nagar, Gandhi Nagar, teachers colony, advocates colony, you call now. So these are the different types of colonies. So people build their own houses in one particular place, and that number of houses together, it is called as a colony, and each and every colony will have a different name also. Next, see here. Trishul, properly. There are many neighborhood places that gives us service like school, dispensaries, hospitals, banks, police stations, parks, etc. So these are the different places which give even service in the neighborhood. For example, you are taking service from school because school is providing education for you. Hospital is providing medical facilities. Police station is providing security. Park, you go into a park and you entertain yourself. Yes, bank is providing financial things like you go and keep your money safe or your valuable things safe in the banks. So these are all the different types of places in the neighborhood which give you service also. Next. Now coming to the directions. So directions are the things where you locate. Yes, you locate a place. For example, you want to know someone you came new to your house and they don't know your house. You will give directions like please come to that area, and towards the left side is Ambedkar colony, and if you come inside that Ambedkar colony, towards your right side there will be a big statue of Ambedkar. So from that statue, come to right side, you will have a big supermarket there. So beside that supermarket, my house is there. So like that you will give directions. Come towards left side and right side. North side is my house. South side is the supermarket. Like that you will give directions. So it is important to know the directions while trying to locate a place in your neighborhood. The direction is always along which you move from one place to the other. And there are mainly 4 directions located. Yes, there are 4 directions like north, south, east, west. So these are the 4 directions. Directions help us to find out the ways where we want to reach. Yes, directions help us to find out the way where you want to reach. For example, if you stand in front of the rising sun, yes, children, listen carefully. Stand facing the rising sun in the morning. It always comes in the east side. Means sun rises in the east. Then means your face towards the east. Then your back is towards the west. You stretch your left hand, right hand like this. Your left hand will show the north and your right hand will show the south. Like this. Okay? You have to face your face towards the sun. That will become east. Your back will become west. And your left hand will become north. And your right hand will become south. So these are the directions. Next, you want to find a place. You want to find the exact directions. Then there is an instrument called compass. A compass is an instrument, yes, to find out the directions with a needle. There is a needle present in the compass. So with the help of that needle, you will find out the directions. A compass is an instrument used to find out the directions with the help of a needle. The needle always points to the north. Yes, this is particularly used by the people who are traveling in a ship. Yes, in the oceans, because on the ocean you can't say which is south, which is north, which is left, which is right. So this compass will show you the north direction, south direction, east direction and west direction. So the people who are traveling on the ocean, sailors, you call them as sailors, they use this compass to show the direction. So this is a compass here. Yes, these are the different two types of compass I have shown you. And this is the needle which is showing you the right point, red color one. So if it is facing towards the east means it is the sunrise, east. If it is showing towards the west means it is west. So the compass will show compulsory all the four directions. Now coming to the landmarks. Landmarks are the important places where you can locate a place. It is a location. For example, landmarks may be post offices, banks, schools, parks, etc. Yes, see this. These are the landmarks. How these landmarks will help you? Again, you can take one example. Yes, in your class, one of you has invited me for your birthday. Let us say Sanvi Agrawal. Okay, Sanvi has invited me for her birthday. But I don't know Sanvi's house. Now Sanvi will guide me like, ma'am, near my house one post office is there, big post office. And that towards that post office, towards the right side, there is a hospital. So from that hospital, you can come inside right side. And towards the right side, the fourth building is my house. So these are the instructions given to me. So I will follow that instruction and I will come to Sanvi house. I will go to Hanmakonda. Then Hanmakonda, I will go to that colony. Then I will go to that post office. Then I will go to one hospital. Then from that hospital, the fourth house will be the Sanvi's house. So landmarks are like you will give the instructions so that the people can find out the locations easily. So the landmarks may be a hospital, a bank, a police station, a fire station, a school. You can give. For example, your house is there near to the school. Then you will say, ma'am, my house is near to Birla Open Mind School. You can come there and you can find my house. Ma'am, my house is near this school, that school. You can give the school name. And you can find out that name. Okay. So this is about the landmarks. Next, map. A map is a drawing of a place or a neighborhood or a city on a paper. You are giving the instructions on a map. It shows the positions of the roads. Maps can be big or small. For example, if you are giving a map of your house, it will be small. If you are giving a map of your colony, it will be big like this. See, these are the two maps I gave you. This is one colony, this is one colony. So this is showing one colony map, first one, and the second one is showing one more colony. So this is a map where you can locate the houses. For example, you see here, there is a green road, silver road, yes, then Summer Street, Plums Lane, Apple Lane, Spring Street, like this. If you go to that streets, you will get the houses. So these are called as map. Map will show you the directions. And sketch. Sketch is a rough diagram of a place. Yes, you will give a rough drawing of a place, then it is called a sketch. It is very easy to locate a place with the help of the sketch. Again, I can give you one example. For example, this time, Nehal has invited me for his birthday. I don't know his house. Then he will give a rough diagram of his house and his area. He will tell, ma'am, this is my area. So if you come to this area, my area is in Hanmakonda, so and so area. If you come there, you will find a school first. Then you will find a post office. Then you will find a police station. So from there, you have to walk 1 kilometer. Then you will find my house. The third one is my house. This is a rough sketch of my house. So drawing, a rough drawing of a place is called a sketch. So you can find easily, you can locate a place in the sketch. Then plan. A plan is a drawing of a complete house or a room or a street or a city. A plan is a drawing of a room or a house you have seen. It is similar like map. They have different types of symbols in the plan. For example, there is a plan of your house. Yeah, you can see here, see. This is a plan of a classroom. Two plans they have given, you see. This is a classroom. Yes, this is a teacher's desk. This is the computers. These are the benches where children are sitting. And this is a playway, this side. So this is a complete room of a classroom. And this is one more room. So these are called as plan. Yes. A plan gives the position of different things in a classroom. Yes, like teacher's desk, student's desk, blackboard, cupboard, doors and windows. This is about a plan. So these are the different things you have to keep in your mind.